Yeah, that's what
Hello, my name is Sir Miranda, and my informative speech would be about the MLB All-Star event. Just a question, how many of you watched the last year's MLB All-Star game? We got one. Well, despite not many of you watching it, according to the article by Saba Hamani, an entertainment reporter for the Los Angeles Times, the 2014 All-Star game brought over 11.3 million viewers. The All-Star Game is an annual event. It is referred to as the Midsummer Classic. It marks the halfway point of the baseball season, and it is when the best players from the 30 teams around the country come together in two teams, the National League versus the American League, and face off. The point of my speech would be to inform you about the MLB All-Star event and help you learn a little bit more about the baseball culture. I will first talk about the history of the event, and I'll talk about the two main important events of the game, and I'll talk about the significance of it. So to the history, according to the MLB All-Star Game history books, last updated in July 2014, the first All-Star Game was held in Comiskey Park in Chicago, Illinois, and it was won by the American League, as you can see here in the image. The All-Star Game started in 1933, and this year will mark the 82nd anniversary. Now to the historical location. The All-Star Game has no specific location. Every year, a new ballpark is chosen to host the event. So, for example, this year the All-Star event will be held in Cincinnati in the Great American Ballpark, home to the Cincinnati Reds. And according to an article by Nick Erickson on the Washington Post, posted on January 2015, the 2016 All-Star Game is expected to be hosted in San Diego, home of Petco Park, home of the San Diego Padres. To the two main events of the Home Run Derby. The first event is the Home Run Derby. It started in 1985, and it is where the strongest hitters of the league come together to see who could hit the most home runs. The player who hits the most home runs at the end of the event is crowned the home run derby champion. As you can see, last year's champion was Giancarlo Stanton, player of the Miami Marlins. The second event, the main attraction of the home run derby is the gold baseball section. At the end, where the two finalists faced off, they used gold baseballs. According to an article, Gold Baseball for Home Run Derby that was published on July 8, 2011 on the Sports Collector's Daily website, these baseballs are composed of 24-karat gold and can be worth up to $18,000 each. The price also varies on the player who hits it. So, for example, if you received one from Giancarlo Stanton, it could be worth more since he was crowned champion in a few years. And as you can see, very excited man. The next event of the All-Star event is the actual All-Star Game. The All-Star Game starts out with a huge celebration introducing each and every player in the game. As you can see, every player introduced, the home team, the away team. And of course, the national anthem is played. And it's a normal 9-inning game where extra innings will in play, which means that if there's a tie, they continue to play until there's a winner. Significance of the All-Star Game. The first significance, it represents our country. Baseball seen as America's pastime, and every year the All-Star Game hosts many events, many fan festivals as they are called, that represent our culture in America. As you can see, we have the Jets, the American Jets, the American flag, and of course a big concerts played with the American anthem. And as you can see here, every player pays tribute to the flag. And the second significance is the MVP award. The MVP award is awarded to the best player of the game. As you can see here, in 2012, Prince Fielder, who now plays for the Texas Rangers, won the award. Derek Jeter, a historical player in baseball. Last season. He was crowned the All-Star Game MVP last year for the historical event that he played in. And in 2013, Mike Trout, which is one of the young phenoms in today's game. The MVP award is important because it marks the MVP award is important because it is seen as the best of the best. So whoever wins the award gets that title, best of the best in the game. In conclusion, I talked to you about why the MLB All-Star Game is important in our culture, the history background of it, and the two main events that compose of the All-Star event. I hope that by teaching you guys this, you guys learn a little bit more about the baseball culture in our country. And I would like to say before I do my speech that the MLB All-Star Game is a very important event for people like me who are huge baseball fans and enjoy watching this game because it is when our favorite players meet up and face out with each other. Who wouldn't want to see their best players come together and play? And thank you. Thank you.